What if you had to protect the bloodline of the woman you loved for eternity, but you ended up becoming their worst enemy? Here is the story. I loved Anna more than anything in the world. She was the only mortal who ever touched my heart. She was a widow with a son, and she accepted me for who I was. We had a blissful life together until the day she died. She made me swear to protect her bloodline forever, to be their guardian angel, their silent benefactor, their eternal friend. I swore with tears in my eyes. How could I deny her last request? That was over 2 centuries ago. Since then, I have watched her descendants grow and spread across the world. I have seen them rise and fall, love and hate, live and die. I have tried to keep my oath, to shield them from harm and danger. But it has been a curse. The world is a dark and violent place, and I can't save them all. I have seen them killed by wars, diseases, accidents, crimes. I've seen them hurt by greed, envy, lust, anger. I've seen them betray each other and themselves. And I've seen them forget me, forget Anna, forget their own history. They don't know who I am or why I'm here. They don't care about me or each other. They don't even care about themselves. They are selfish, ignorant, ungrateful. They are not worthy of my protection. They are not worthy of her love. And yet, I can't break my promise. I can't leave them alone. I can't let them go. I can't let her go. She is still in my heart after all these years. She is still the reason I live. She is still the only thing that matters. But sometimes I wish I could die. I became bitter and resentful. I hated the world and everyone in it. I hated Anna's descendants and myself. I decided to make them pay, to make them suffer as I had suffered, to make them feel what I had felt. I used my power, my wealth, my influence to manipulate them, to turn them against each other, to ruin their lives, to destroy their dreams, and I destroy this world. I became the enemy of humanity, the enemy of Anna's bloodline, the enemy of myself. But there was one who resisted me, one who fought back, one who challenged me. He was a young man with a brave heart and a noble spirit. He had a fire in his eyes and a smile on his lips. He had a resemblance to Anna that I could not deny. He was her great-great-great-grandson. He was the leader of a rebellion that rose against me. He was the hope of the people that I had oppressed. He was the hero of the story that I had corrupted. He was my nemesis. We met on the battlefield for the final confrontation. We faced each other with swords in our hands. We stared at each other with hate in our hearts. But as we fought, something changed. Something stirred in me that I had not felt for a long time. Something that made me hesitate, that made me falter. Something that made me remember. I remembered Anna. I remembered her love, her kindness, her courage. I remembered our life together, our happiness, our peace. I remembered her death, her pain, her wish. I remembered who I was. I looked at him and I saw her. I saw her in his eyes, in his smile, in his soul. I saw myself. I dropped my sword and fell to my knees. I begged for his forgiveness and for hers. I told him everything. The truth. The whole truth. He listened to me with shock and disbelief. He looked at me with pity and sorrow. He reached out to me with compassion and grace. He forgave me. He embraced me. He killed me.